So back trying to record this thing again. I firmly believe this video is going to touch somebody in the Lord's name. God knows how difficult it's been to get this thing recorded. I've only tried probably 5 times. I just started it right before this recording, and immediately someone calls me on the phone. So let's try it again here. I want to talk about something that makes Christian men normally very uncomfortable, and that is one of the biggest problems with it is we don't talk about it because of such. And all we're hearing is noise from the world, or from the majority of preachers who either don't care enough to talk with us about it, or they're lying to you, and they're making you feel like less. And what I'm talking about is purity. Purity. There's probably a small percentage of men left in the church who's hanging on. We don't talk about it, so it's hard to know. I'm one of them, but I know that there are others, and I know that they still try. And you know what makes me probably recently the biggest thing I've been angry at someone about was a preacher who his words were that we need to be real with ourselves, that we can't stop sex, that it's something that happens, and it's just something, basically he's trying to make it acceptable. He said that we can't really stop it. And you know what? Besides the fact that he's not preaching the Bible, besides the fact that he's not preaching the truth, he's selling you and me out. He is telling us that what we're doing really doesn't matter anymore, that it's outdated. They're siding with the world, and for those preachers, they need to be ousted. They're of the devil. They should not be allowed to have power to talk to the masses like that ever again. If it were me, I'd probably slap them upside the head if we were in the same room, because I know I'm with you. I know how it feels. And these younger men who, they've probably got it worse than I do, because things have just gotten worse since I came of age. And it's just a catastrophe. It really is. We don't talk about it. And the only way we can work with this is for me to talk about it and for you to talk about it. I'm going to ask you to like and subscribe the video, but I'm not telling you have to share it or anything. You know what? All you need to do is just tell people what I'm telling you here. They like to call it the V card, and I'm not going to disrespect it like that. Call it whatever you want, but virginity. Your virginity is the most expensive thing that you will ever have. And you can only give it away. So you're going to feel one way no matter what. You're going to feel bad because the world tells you that you're less of a man because you're not sleeping around with women. You're going to feel bad, or you're going to feel bad if you go ahead and sleep around. You think you're going to feel good? You're going to blame yourself. If you care at all about the Word of God, you're going to hate yourself. It's not good. Don't do it. What about your wedding night? I know it seems virtually impossible in this world, especially with the preachers that are saying what they're saying. But what if you end up with a girl who saved herself for you? How are you going to feel? Aren't you going to wish that you could give that to her as well? I hope I can. If not, I wanted to make you realize something. Your virginity is not owned by your future spouse. It's not a right to them. It is right now yours. it's just yours, only yours. And the devil wants you to give it to him. You want to go that route? I mean, I encourage you not to. But, you know, I want to backtrack a little bit here. So if you're someone who has slipped up, you've gone there, I'm not writing you off. I'm not judging you either. There was a time where I would have probably ended up sleeping around. My heart has not been in the right place all my life, and I'll admit that. If it hadn't been for the grace of God, there go I. But, you know, something we got to think about too. If you have saved yourself, be a man and think about the situations. Maybe, what if you end up marrying a girl who's not a virgin? Is that something you can handle? Is that something that... Are you going to love her the same, is what I'm saying? Are you going to love her with all of you? Or is that going to be a problem? And you need to ask yourself that. And especially if you're in a relationship with a girl now, because you need to realize that your attraction, you're going to tell yourself that, oh, I got this, I love her no matter what. And what about when it gets old? You're married for 10 years and her breath stinks and everything else, and you guys get in an argument. Is that going to come up at some point? You need to be a man and realize, is that something you can handle? If not, be a man and don't do it. And I'm not... I mean, if you break it off with her, I'm not saying tell her that's why. Don't make her feel bad about it, because chances are she already does. You need to be a man about that and still protect her. Okay? So, yeah. I don't know. I hope it gets through to somebody. For bros that are holding on, even if you have slipped up, just hang on, man. You're more of a man than the guys that are telling you that you're less, because they're not the ones dealing with self-control. They're the ones who have nothing to show for it. When they get married, are they honestly going to be proud of the number of women that they have been with? They're not of the church if they are. And you need to ask yourself, well, what kind of friends do you have? Are they godly friends? If not, why are you there? Are you trying to witness? If not, you shouldn't be there. So part of the problem is, you know, I hate to say it, peer pressure. Are you that weak, though, where peer pressure is going to make you do something? You as a man, you let peer pressure rule you? You feel like a big man when that happens? I doubt it. So, hang on. I wanted one last thing. If anyone wants to talk, if you want to, leave me a comment, write me an email. I'll leave the email in the description. And yeah, I'd love to help you out. As long as you're of legal age, send me a chat. We'll keep it godly, and we'll go from there. But, like I said, not judging those who have messed up, but for God's sake, why are we belittling those who are holding out? Why? We got a new generation coming up behind us. How do we think this country, this world is going to end up if we just keep going on this route where we're leaderless, where we don't care, where we just take the easy way out? It's a catastrophe, but we can change it. So that's all I got for now. Hope you guys have a great day. I hope this touches your hearts. If you guys got a better way of putting the words, please do tell me, because I'm not going to stop saying this. And I'm going to ask you guys, either share the video, but not for me. And you don't have to share the video. Just get the word out. Say what I'm saying. Okay? I want to help people. I want to see people do better. And we need to help our younger brothers, who I think they're probably dealing with even worse peer pressure than I am. At least I'm at the age where most guys are adults. They're not even asking that question. They're not, you just don't go there. But when you're younger, it comes up. Been there, done that. And, you know, I'm lucky I don't have to talk about it. But I know these younger guys. I remember those years. And guys their age are brutal. And that's why I say, you know, if you're of that age, bro, I tilt my hat to you. I know what you're going through. Don't listen to them, though, because you're the one having to deal with just the self-control. You're a jewel in the rough. Don't forget that. You've got something they ain't got. They've got the devil, and they want to take it from you. So hang on. Keep going. Stop caring about your future wife and being able to do it for the first time. Just hold on. I mean, even if you end up dying single, don't give it away. Think of that. If when you get your heart to the point where you can accept that, then you're on the right track. Okay? Not saying you will. I'm not saying I hope that for you, but think about it. If you're cool with going through life single and never getting to sleep with anybody, that's part of the game. And it's not a game, but it's just part of it. You get married, you can do that. You don't, then you don't. So, anyways, video's getting too long. Talk at you later. I'm going to make a different video on, biblical, but more about leadership and what we need to be doing as men. Because that's another area we're falling down on, is we've already experienced a generation with just losers when it comes to leadership. You know, there's very few people out there that can hold a torch to masculinity, let alone hold a torch to leadership. We need to lead. We need new leaders, and we need to bring up a generation of leaders so that we can turn this society around. So, have a great night. Be blessed. Talk to you later.